Thanks for tuning back into Stage Alpha Garage with me, Shaker. And we're off onto another project. That project being dual catch can kit for the Genesis Coupe. We're going to put catch can on either side of the engine bay. That is one reason why I relocated the battery. Because I didn't want to run hoses all over the engine bay. I wanted to keep the lines as short as possible. Let's grab the parts off the shelf and I'll meet you back under the hood. Here's hopefully everything that we're going to need for the swap. We have 5/8, 1/2 inch, and 3/8 hose. We have a multitude of adapters to fit the catch cans. Then we have the catch cans themselves. Radium Engineering Universal Dual Catch Can Kit. You'll be able to find this on my website, Stage Alpha Garage, if you're interested in getting one. Comes with 2 catch cans, a mount, which we're going to have to cut in half, and a sticker. I love stickers. Stickers are the best bonus when you're ordering parts, in my opinion, because then, yeah, put stickers in your stuff. That's all I'm saying. So look at these catch cans. Uh-oh. Each catch can comes with screws. You get 4 of them. They mount to that bracket I just showed you. This one here. And then we have the catch can itself. These catch cans, they have top feed, bottom, side feed, and you can also put a bottom drain on it so you don't actually have to go in and unscrew the canister. You can run a line down to under your engine bay where it's easily accessible, put a valve on it, drain the oil out of these, easy peasy. We'll do that later on. For today, we're just gonna install the catch cans as they come. I didn't get the adapters to do this part. On the catch can, you also have your dipstick for checking the levels. Each can has one. They're both single can catch kits. It just comes in a universal dual package. All right, and then we have the baffle on the bottom here for the catch can. Nice gasket, very well made material. And then in the top, we have the filter. I think that's what we want to call it. Coming over to the car, if you remember, we took away the battery and we put it in the trunk. So we're gonna mount one catch can over here because the ports are right here for it. And then we're gonna mount the other catch can either here or back here on this nut. And then the ports are just here for it. So we don't have to run a whole lot of hose. I've seen people put the catch can over here and then run the hoses all the way around the engine bay. Not what I want to do. First thing to do is cut that bracket in half and then mimic up where we're going to put these catch cans, and we'll see you there. We got the catch cans mounted up. Had to make a bracket for the driver's side and then just use the rivet tool, drilled a couple holes, and mounted it to the firewall on the passenger side because we don't have the battery there. We had the space. Let me take you in and I'll show you what we did. Here's the driver's side. Made the bracket there for it. It connects to the oil fill, and these 2 bolts here are where the housing cover used to sit. So I made a bracket, welded that together, and now it just hangs down in front here. Don't mind my welding. It's the second time I've ever used my TIG welder. Coming over to the passenger side, we just mounted it right to the firewall, drilled a couple holes, used the rib nut tool, and it'll be very simple to run the lines over to the engine. My next step now is to add the fittings onto the catch cans and run the hoses, and should be pretty much complete. I'll also get the bracket that I built painted, and in the meantime, while I get that painted and it dries, you can check this out. New Stage Alpha shirt. On the shirt is my Genesis and the Stage Alpha logo. Had this made up on Fiverr, turned out pretty good. If you want one, I'll leave a link in the description below. Last part of this now is running the hoses to where they need to go. So we have to take off this PCV hose here, take off the sound tube, and get down here and take off the other side. Removing the sound tube, very simple. Couple screws, pull that one off. Couple nuts here, unloosen this clamp down here. That just pulls off. And then take off this piece here. Set your nuts and bolts in places that you're going to lose them. That's the best thing to do. I've already lost 2 on that side that I have to go finding. And then we're just going to disconnect this hose here, connect them over to the catch can. The passenger side is all hooked up. I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll get on over to the driver's side. So down here we have the 1/2 inch line running from the intake manifold over to the side, and then from the valve cover we got the, over here. From the valve cover we have the 3/8 line running to the top inlet here. So the oil comes in, strains through the strainer and the baffle, and then the fresh air gets pulled up into the intake. Let's move over to the driver's side. Both catch cans are hooked up and installed. We just have the finishing touches. Got to get a couple shorter bolts. Got to find those 2 bolts that I dropped. So jack the car up, remove the plastic tray, and cross my fingers that I find them. But here's having a look. So we made a bracket that connected to the oil spout and the engine cover bracket, which brings this over to hold the catch can here in front of the, behind the radiator, in front of the engine. Line just wraps around where it's supposed to go, and then out to the intake. Both catch cans are installed. Oil is changed. Let's see if it starts back up and runs okay. Well, there it is, the dual catch can kit installed on the Genesis Coupe with the Radium Universal Dual Catch Can Kit. The hose I used was Evil Energy, found that on Amazon, and then I only made the 1 custom bracket, and on the firewall I just used rivet nuts. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can get Stage Alpha t-shirts. I'll put the link down below, and we'll see you next time at Stage Alpha Garage.